Good afternoon, everyone. I wanted to give you an idea of how I screen my compost to top dress Bermuda lawn. As you can see, I have some Bermuda lawn there. If you look closer, you can see there's not a lot there but hard pan clay. So what I need to do is top dress this to give it, maybe the 1 inch of topsoil to essentially have better grass. So anyway, so what we have here is we have compost. Now this is compost, homemade compost. We've made this over the years with horse manure, leaves composted down in the fall via bagging them up and with a lawnmower and just essentially piling them on the compost pile during the summer. We add grass clippings just continuously. And we'll have another video on the bins that I use and the compost procedure. But anyway, this is the end result. It's pretty good stuff. I know it doesn't look like it has a whole heck of a lot of bigger stuff, but when we're trying to top dress, what we want to do is make sure we have a really fine soil. Obviously, you don't want rocks and big clay, dirt clods, what we used to call them in Alabama. We want it to lay down and then be able to fall underneath the actual grass blades onto the top of the soil. So, this is what we're beginning with. Really good stuff. And like I said, it doesn't really look like there's a whole lot of big stuff in there. But let me show you what we have here. So this is a homemade screen. We're working to upgrade our equipment here, but this is the first screen I ever made, and it's lasted years. It's coming apart in a lot of places, but nonetheless, it's still functional. So what I've done is I have this load of compost on the back of my truck. And what I want to do is I want to screen out all the bigger stuff for my top dressing. So I came up with this genuine idea here. I propped my screen up against my fence, put a tarp down to catch all my fines, and essentially what I'm doing is I'm shoveling this stuff onto this screen, and I have the fines that fall out and I have the bigger stuff that stays in the bed, so I don't have to double work and load that into the bed to take it back to the compost pile. Now what I did do is I used this little Honda tiller to break up anything I could in there, any clods, any dry stuff that might have clumped together that might fall through here, because I essentially want to get as much as I can, or wring as much as I can out of this pile, so I don't have to take as much back to the compost pile, and so I'll have a good amount of compost out of my load here. So just kind of wanted to show you the end result of this. So you saw what we started with. Now out of that same pile, what we filtered out is all of this stuff here. It's a mixture of rocks, stems, pieces of wood chip, clay. A lot of it may actually be good compost, just held together by moisture. Not a big deal, because this will go back into the compost heap. And as we go along, and I'll show you that process, as we go along, we'll end up getting the rocks out as they begin to become more, I guess, for lack of a better word, enriched. So what I really want to show you is this pile right here. So this is my end result here, and you can see how perfectly fine that is. And like I said, that's homemade compost. It's better than anything you can buy at a store. So anyway, just wanted to show you that process. Now, obviously, and we'll get into an in-depth of screening. This is just essentially, I don't know all the technicals. We'll get into that on another video. But essentially, we can obviously use different meshes for different end results. But anyway, just wanted to put that out there. All right, have a great day.